What is up guys, Greedy Knight here with a Charge Blade video for Title Update 3. I'll be breaking down what has changed with the Charge Blade meta in this update. Let's get into it. Burst is the next charm to get its 3rd level upgrade. It's a hard sell to promote crafting it because it requires 5 1.0 tickets and a node. Very few element sets do not struggle fitting in Burst on the set, and raw sets only ever need 1 level. Fundamentally, a weapon skill is more valuable than an armor skill you've been maxing out the day you got Ardian element file weapons. This is last in terms of crafting priority if you can't stand farming Omega or if you are short on node drops. If you have spares, go ahead and craft it. Onto the armor. The Bale armor is a 4-piece armor set at minimum for Charge Blade because of the set bonuses and respective synergies. Your set revolves around taking damage to proc your various boosts through latent power and resentment. Max Might adds more affinity on the set, making it well-rounded. Charge Blade isn't exactly great at maintaining red health or taking damage on purpose, but the set bonus fixes that. Dark Arts is just Strife without the 66% red health mechanic. It is the elemental counterpart to Resentment. You get a 20% element boost with any amount of red health, which ends up losing to Coalescence as a boost with its 30% at level 3. Because of the element cap, you don't continue pumping element. Anything beyond 950 element on a 500 element Ardian is wasted investment, so this is a case of running either Bale armor or a Coalescence build. Blackest Night is an action only available in the item bar while wearing 4 pieces of the Bale set, creating a shield at the cost of about 33% of your health. It has a cooldown of 70 seconds. You can either hit triangle or wait 7 seconds to perform an attack called Edge of Shadow. It's a giant anime slash but only procs Dark Arts and Resentment. However, if the enemy destroys the barrier, it will unleash the attack Eventide instead. This converts your entire health gauge to red health. You gain a buff called Undead Redemption for 30 seconds. This prevents your red health from dropping to 0 even when hit by an attack, and doubles your base defense. Attacking gives you a form of fixed life gain. When the 30 seconds is up, by playing aggressively, hopefully you are back to full health. This is a convoluted way to welcome back Berserk 2.0. Because of this one set, Dark Arts and Resentment have a place in the meta now. One caveat is that you have to sheath your weapon and pop your barrier on cooldown to maintain the value of the set bonus. As for the Savage armor, the set has 3 and level 2 slots on every armor piece with staple damage skills on 3 of them, albeit with 1 level. The armor gives solid customizability and a solid set bonus called Resonance. You have a ring around you that will change color and alternate between local and remote mode for every 90 seconds. For local mode, a hunter inside the purple ring will boost your affinity by 20-40% for levels 1 and 2. For remote mode, a hunter being outside of the red ring will boost your attack by 10-20% for levels 1 and 2. Because of the hunter party mechanic, this skill is useless when playing solo or time attacking. Palicos do not count as hunters, but both human and support hunters do, so this is viable for group play online or offline, which is where most of the community is at. Capcom is tricking us into socializing with this skill. The Bale set consists of the Bale helm, chest, arms, and legs with any good armor piece like the Omega waist. This is the only set to make latent power and resentment a consistent skill for Charge Blade. Normally, these skills are subpar for the weapon. Blackest Night will activate both skills through the health sacrifice effect, and by the time latent power wears off 2 minutes later, you will get another proc of Blackest Night to refresh it and resentment. While it does have some element investment on the set, it fails to reach the cap, and it benefits raw-centric builds more due to the high crits and resentment being at max power, fitting perfectly for impact file with elements. Even with burst 5, you would be at 900 element instead of the 950 element of the element cap. The Omega Gore set basically drops burst boost from the Geo Gore set for the notably better set bonus Resonance. You run Omega waist and helm while running the Mizu chest with Gore arms and legs. Thanks to the abundant amount of slots, this set has no charm requirement either, so you can run any rarity 8 charm without a trade-off. This matches the element of previous sets while increasing your raw and crit damage compared to Geogear. all depending on whether your teammates coordinate properly. This nets you all of your core skills like Max Might, Coalescence, and Burst. Here's the 4-piece Omega build updating the raw set consisting of the helm, chest, waist, and legs. You get your usual skills at max power, agitator, and max might, with a few points on weakness exploit. While you can emulate the 4 Gore armor with Zosha, this set has evade extender at max level, which is just the standard for Omega farming. While this set does work, its consistency is the biggest issue. Toggling between modes and requiring your teammates to zip in and out of your circles harms your consistency with skill uptime. You can reliably get local mode to be active by fighting with your team, but the circle is so massive that remote mode will rarely be active on smaller monsters. Only large monsters like Omega can promote consistency for this portion of the skill. The second level isn't remotely worth it, because you can pair it with Black Eclipse for consistency of crits, or with Lord Soul for consistency of raw attack. The mix sets are just superior because it allows more freedom in set building, and you get diminishing returns on doubling down on resonance. SAD remains unchanged because there isn't a 2-piece set bonus that makes living at the element cap any more consistent than Bubbly Dance plus Black Eclipse. The new set bonuses favor Savage Axe exclusively, so you don't bother reworking SAD sets to squeeze in the new armor. Arc Tempered sets are getting an upgrade with new Udra, so I will update them with the new pieces. Though quote-unquote 1.0 sets are also benefiting from them, so look forward to an update to those as well. The sets are solid, but these are largely in line with the other sets and set bonuses. Chargeblade has shifted more to the Element File Club because people are running it with Omega and other endgame mons, so Omega's raw-centric builds don't really improve any gameplay, but add a spicy alternative to Gore Mizu and Arc Tempered mix sets. If you're still on raw builds, this is an upgrade, but if you're on Element File builds, then this is a side grade at best. Try to farm Savage Omega with that information in your pocket. Like if this video was useful to you, consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. Comment down below your thoughts on Title Update 3 so far. That's all I got for this one. Greedy Knight, signing out.